Okay, I think this can work. And yes, I am filming this in my bathroom because this has better audio. Whenever the fan turns on, it's really loud in every other room here. So this is what we got. And I'm gonna go with it. Although you might hear the echo from the room. I just realized that. Okay, for the past week or so, I've been thinking about making a series like this, just talking about that one scene in an animated show or movie that just completely sells me on it. It's the thing that makes me go like, okay, this is gonna be my favorite thing ever, or oh, this shows, there's a lot more going on here. I've been thinking about doing it for the past week, and then today I saw it Turning Red, and I, so I love the movie. Then I decided to watch Harriana Hook's video reviewing it. Well, not really reviewing it, but just talking about the movie. And I think she mentioned in the video, like, if you want to make a YouTube channel talking about animation, just do it. I got to that part of the video. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to talk about this. I didn't expect this to be the first in the series, but here we are. I saw it not even an hour ago, and I want to talk about this. Right off the bat, Turning Red is a fantastic movie. I absolutely love it. The thing I want to talk about today is Maymay's friends. So Miriam, Priya, and Abby are just all amazing. I just love the genuine friendship they have with each other, how much they care for each other. I wish I had friendships like that in middle school. It's just so wholesome. And while the movie itself does touch upon some bigger things, the idea of puberty, going through middle school, trying to find yourself, but also hiding a part of yourself from your parents and the trauma that comes from that. Even touches upon generational trauma with Maymay's family. The thing I want to talk about is that one scene, the scene that basically sold me on this movie. And right off the bat, even from the beginning of the movie, I was already really digging it. I remember watching it, and I wasn't sure if I liked Maymay's voice. Her voice alone, voice actor is amazing, and Maymay herself was pretty cool and energetic. I just didn't think they fit at first, and then literally 2 minutes later, I was like, okay, never mind. I think I am in love with her. Yeah, Maymay is amazing. I love her. Great protagonist. The thing I want to talk about is her friends. All throughout the movie, they're just so supportive of her. We see multiple times when she's freaking out, and they immediately go to Maymay, and try to calm her down, hey, we love you. It's okay. We'll get through this. And really, it's the first time they do this that just sold me on it. So, to set the scene, Maymay is stuck in her bedroom. She's in her red panda form, and her friends are outside of the room. They're looking through the window. They're trying to see what's up, see if she's doing okay. And then when they realize she's in panda form, they're pulled into the room, and they're freaking out. And Maymay's trying to cover their mouths so that her parents don't hear. And she says, okay, I'm gonna let you guys go, and you're gonna be calm, okay? It's me. And slowly but surely, they do eventually calm down. They do nod their head. And in any other movie or TV show, when Maymay lets go of them, this would be the moment where they freak out. I think more so for comedic effect, which isn't bad. It's just been done so many times before that I was anticipating that. I was just waiting for them to be okay, yeah, they're gonna freak out. But they don't. That's one of the best parts. They don't. So at this point, it took a couple seconds, but they do know that that's Maymay, and they're trying to be okay, Maymay, what is this? Are you okay? What's going on here? They show concern for her. Maymay explains it to the best of her ability because she's still trying to figure out what this thing is, but it still gets the point across, and they see that Maymay isn't happy like this. Maymay's freaking out. She said, I'm what is it? She's smelly and sweaty and really big and hairy. I don't remember the exact words, but basically she's in this new form and she doesn't like it, and she's freaking out, and Miriam assures her everything's going to be okay, we're going to get through this. Maymay's not having it. She's crying, and it's really sad. I feel really bad for her. Maybe people can relate to being in middle school feeling gross, or feeling like a failure, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're stuck and you're not sure how to get out of it. And so I think she curls up. So Maymay curls up, says leave me alone or it's not gonna get better. And for a few seconds, her friends are trying to figure out what to do, and then Miriam comes in beatboxing, And then immediately Abby and Priya join in and they sing that song by Four Town. And it's just so wholesome. They're just trying to cheer her up. They're immediately supportive of her. Just seeing them being so supportive of her and just trying to cheer her up, trying to tell her, hey, it's okay, we still love you. I think in that scene alone, this is the first time, it's pretty early on in the movie too. It's the first time they've even encountered her in this panda form, and they're already telling her, we love you, panda or no panda. And just seeing them beatboxing like made me smile so much. And side note, I love her friends, but I especially love Priya. I'm not just saying that because I'm brown too. If anything, I'm more critical of brown characters because I want to see myself in them. I feel like other people, when we finally see characters of color doing like really badass things, they're able to see themselves in them, and I'm really happy for them, but I haven't had that experience with a brown character yet. There's none that I can think of. There are awesome brown characters out there, but none that I could really see myself in because I guess my personality just doesn't align with that. But anyway, Priya is awesome when she just comes in beatboxing. Taking over for Miriam when Miriam starts singing is my favorite thing ever. She's just so freaking badass. I love her. I love all her friends. They're amazing. And also, earlier in the scene, while they're still outside, Miriam says, like, you need pads? I brought extra. And I'm like, yes, Priya's the goat. I freaking love her. Yeah, and Miriam too, and Abby. So, yeah, they just come in singing, and to have it shown so early on, they're like immediately welcoming and accepting of her. And even for the rest of the movie, when when Mei Mei is freaking out, either in panda form or human form, her friends immediately go to her and be like, hey, are you okay? Hey, what's going on? We see this multiple times throughout the movie, and it's just amazing. I don't think I have anything else I want to say about that. It's just, that's my favorite scene of the movie. Well, I have to watch it again, because the entire movie is great. But that scene just stuck out to me so much. I immediately found it on YouTube and rewatched it. I love it so, it just makes me feel so good. And makes me really, really happy to see that in a movie. To see like middle school portrayed so well, but not so cringy or like exaggerated. I feel like I've seen a lot of shows. I think the problem is, for so long, high school shows and middle school shows are written by adults who have like, either their experience was so different or like because it happened so long ago, the way they write it doesn't really match like my experience with middle school or high school. So when they do it, it's like really exaggerated. I felt that way a lot about high school shows. I'm like, my high school experience was so different from that. Like, it's not cliquey in that way. I mean, was there bullying? Sure. And were people having sex and drinking? Like, yeah, but something about the energy and the chemistry. I feel like in more recent years, we're finally getting that right. Or I guess everyone's experience is just so different. Like, my high school experience and what my high school was like, I feel like it's nothing like what's seen in like some 90s or even early 2000s shows. But coming back to Turning Red, I think they portrayed middle school just really well without it being like hard to watch. Well, not hard to watch, but without it being so out of touch. I think this just portrays it really well, and that made me really happy to see, and I'm really happy that Mei Mei has such supportive friends. I wish I had that in middle school and high school. I didn't. I want friends to cheer me up like Miriam, Abby, and Priya did. This is the first video kick off the series that I wanted to do, just talking about that one scene in mostly animated shows, but really any show or movie that just resonates with me, that makes me go like, okay, there's a lot more going on here, or just basically sells me on the media. This is the scene that just means so much to me in this particular movie. Definitely watch the entire movie, and I already have 2 other videos in mind for this series, and hopefully I can come up with more. Turning Red's such a great movie. Go watch it, support the artists and everyone involved in the movie. Fantastic job all around.